What's going on, Tennessee Titans fans? It's Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports. And coming up here on today's show, we're going to get into some juicy rumors around Odell Beckham Jr. I've seen a lot of people out there on social media wondering why the Titans didn't make any moves and could they potentially look at signing a wide receiver off the free agent market. But all of this is happening because of the NFL trade deadline. And a lot of times there's that old expression, deadlines make deals. For the Titans, that's not quite the case here. So even though the Titans, sitting at 5-2, didn't make a trade at the deadline, I still want you guys to like the video if you believe that the Titans are going to win the AFC. This is a team that last week thought they ran the football really effectively. I'm a big Malik Willis fan. Y'all know that. So if you think that this team can win the AFC, I want you to hit that like button right now. Before we get into some of these juicy rumors around Odell Beckham Jr., I figured, you know what? Let's walk through all the trades that happened today. Probably the first one that really jump-started it, woke you up a little bit. The Lions, they traded away TJ Hockenson to the Minnesota Vikings. To me, this is a big-time win here for Minnesota. Another deal that ended up going down, this one happened yesterday. Roquan Smith heads on over to the Baltimore Ravens. The Chicago Bears, they're planning for the future. Baltimore gets a really solid linebacker. The Chiefs, they got Kadarius Toney. The New York Giants give up a third and a sixth. If Toney can be a halfway decent dude, keep his head on straight, he has Tyreek Hill ability. I'm not saying he's Tyreek Hill, but he has that ability that is kind of similar. Another trade that happened a little bit later, or I guess I should say about a week ago, the New York Jets, they traded for running back James Robinson. The Jags, they got a 6th-round conditional pick. Pittsburgh Steelers, they made a few deals today. One of the ones that I thought really helped out their defense was William Jackson. There was a report that came out that the Commanders were going to move on from Jackson if they couldn't find a trade partner. Here you go. You find your partner, and it was cheap. Now they're going to have to pay him a lot of money. Another deal that Pittsburgh ended up getting here, traded away Chase Claypool. Chicago, they get a deep threat receiver finally for Justin Fields. If George Pickens can step up and be that reliable replacement for Claypool, I'll say both sides win this deal. One of the other craziest trades that happened today, which impacts our division here, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're going to get Calvin Ridley. Falcons get future draft picks. And the reason why it says future draft picks is because Ridley can be reinstated. I want to say it's February 23rd is like the very first day that he can apply. And it literally is like, it can be a 6th-round pick, a 5th-round pick, a 4th-round pick, a 3rd-round pick. It can also be a 2nd-round pick if Calvin Ridley gets a brand new deal with Jacksonville. So a lot of ifs in this trade. The Buffalo Bills, they're going to get a running back in Nyheim Hines, hell of a pass catcher. I'm curious what the Colts are doing. They moved on from their OC, an OC that doesn't even call plays. You get Zack Moss. Buffalo with Nyheim Hines is dangerous, and I've been a fan of Hines, so I'm glad that he's out of Indy. So what do y'all think here? I want you to let me know down in the comment section right now. Why for yes or and for no? Do the Titans need to sign someone? A lot of times when you come after the NFL trade deadline, some teams get better, some teams get worse. To me, I don't really know if Tennessee had anything happen to them. One of the positions that I've been dying for Tennessee to make an adjustment to has been at the wide receiver position. And for a lot of y'all, the reason why you probably clicked on this video is because you saw this man right here in the title, Odell Beckham Jr. You can make the argument he's the best available free agent still out there, and the fact that the Titans didn't make a move at the deadline, we'll wait and see what happens. There is still a need at wide receiver. I'm not sure how much money it's going to potentially cost. I do know this, though. Beckham can help out a team that's trying to win right now. And if you think the Titans are trying to win right now in a weak division, if you think they're going to win the AFC, adding a star player like Beckham definitely can't hurt at all. Now, guys, I've been here at Chat Sports for about 5 years. We've had a lot of sponsors. This one might be one of the most wild sponsorships I have ever seen. And if you don't believe me, my name is actually legally Lord Mitchell Renz. That's my plaque. And y'all can be lords and ladies too. You know how? By getting started with our brand new sponsor, Established Titles, because it is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global restoration efforts. It is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. The title pack you get is a 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on the private estates. And overall, this is a really cool thing to do. So for me personally, you can also get the plant, planted for you there, the tree. You can officially include the title lord or lady on your credit card. You can do it on your driver's license. If anybody out there is still single, hey, give it a shot. I don't know. To me, if I was on a dating app and I saw somebody listed as Lord Mitchell Renz, Lord Nick Roloff, I'd be like, all right, that's a really easy conversation starter. And you guys can save 10% right now by going to establishedtitles.com/chat. Here at Chat Sports, we have about 200 plots of land that we're trying to give to y'all because we want to have a Chat Sports plot of land. So the first 200 people, you're getting hooked up. And because of a Black Friday sale, if you go to that link right now, you're going to see it's even more of a special offer. I think it was up to 80% off. EstablishedTitles.com/chat. Let's keep on talking about Odell Beckham Jr. here because definitely a tale of 2 seasons last year. In 2021, 44 grabs, 537 yards, 5 touchdowns. To me, though, he showed that he could still be an electric player in the playoffs. I mean, hell, in the playoffs, I want to say, was targeted 26 times, had 22 grabs, 4 touchdowns, really showed that he can still contribute. And he played with Robert Woods at least for a little bit. The Titans wide receiver room is banged up. We know that, right? Robert Woods can be a solid 1B. Him and OBJ could take pressure off themselves. I don't know what the future holds for Treylon Burke. I do know this. You need extra depth at that position, or else teams are just going to continue to stack the box up against Derrick Henry. So you be the GM here, and this is always my favorite question. I put this question on a show probably 4 years ago, and ever since then, it has stuck. Would you sign Odell Beckham Jr.? I want you to type OBJ for yes, or, you see it, no BJ for no. So let's just say you're like, no, Mitch, I don't want them to go get Beckham. But I do think that they should sign a receiver. To me, I looked at all the free agent wide receivers, and I will admit, after the NFL trade deadline, if there was a player that are like, all right, this guy could potentially get released, well, then they could pop up in terms of they're on the free agent market if they clear waivers. As it stands right now that I'm recording this video, the top 5 free agent wide receivers I would say that would be the best fit for Tennessee: T.Y. Hilton, Adam Humphries. I know it didn't work out before in Tennessee, but he can still help. Tyler Johnson is a player that I like. Cyril Grayson, and then Isaiah Ford. Those are my top 5. So next thing coming up here on Titans Today is going to be something from USA Today, where they said that the Titans are waving the white flag. I read this article. I didn't necessarily get it, and I'm going to read y'all what USA Today had to say, and then I'll give you my 2 cents. The Tennessee Titans desperately needed to add some help to their offensive line and wide receiver room, but as of November 1st, trade deadline came and went at 4 p.m. On Tuesday, the team was silent. The Titans will not be adding to their biggest needs for the second half of the season, and instead will keep things status quo. That means relying on terrible players to play better, injured players to get healthy, and players picked off the scrap heap to step up. The Titans still need to make the postseason because they simply suck the least out of the putrefied AFC South teams, but they're already paper thin. Hopes of making a run in the playoffs ended on Tuesday. So that's USA Today. I thought that was a little bit harsh, and were they a team that I anticipated to make a few moves? Yeah, I did. I do also think this, though. The fact that Jacksonville made a move, that's why you saw that much, energy, we'll call it. And the fact that the Colts made somewhat of a move, but they've been making some moves today, firing their OC. You're doing okay. This is going to be a Titans team. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to win this division. All those other teams in your division, they suck. We know that. And for the Titans, I do think it's about getting healthy, staying healthy, and making sure Derrick Henry is healthy at the end of the season. So here we go. Be honest. Do you think the team is bad? 1 for yes or 2 for no? They're not a bad team. They're far, far from a bad team. Are they as good as what they were last year? No, I don't think that. Can they be? If Malik Willis can get a few more weeks underneath his belt and it's not quite playing like a rookie, he shows flashes. You're like, man, that kid's it. You get Malik Willis some more playing time. You get a few more players a little bit more healthy. Some of those other scrap heap guys can step up. This team can win football games because I know this. I don't think there's a single NFL player that wants to try to tackle Derrick Henry in January, God forbid, February.